never saw it coming. You gave me all your love, then you started running and pulling back hard. Why'd you fly me in? Introduce me to your friends. Make me think that I could win with a losing hand. To let me down. Players gonna play, quitters gonna lose. Hate the game, dance the blues. I can't blame you. I've been in your shoes. That don't make the pain easy. You're paying dues. So let me down. Let me down easy. Heartbreaker, leave taker, met my match. Won't you tell my maker to let me down, to let me down, let me down easy. You can't change a man that's made. Better off to spend your days spinning plates.
The bell rings. The taxi's at my door and he's been waiting. Says he will wait no more in this house. And gave more than it took in these walls. Yeah, they bend rather than shook. And tomorrow became yesterday, and I never knew it would hurt this way, but it hurts this way. And I would be the first to say that I never been able to live my life in the shade of gray. There ain't no time for true lies. And there's no time for true lies. And now I'm eastward bound on a plane set for home, at least a home for now. At least a home some.
I want to thank everybody for coming and welcome to another coffee house, Poetry Coffee House. The juniors this year have been dreading this day since before school started, and it's hard to believe that the day is already here. But I think we've generated some, what I will call excitement. They will probably term it something differently. But I'm excited for their presentations today. Their displays are just so authentic to who they are. And I hope you had a chance to read some of the poems that were written, because there's a lot of stories there about who they are and what's important to them. So if you didn't grab a program, there's some in the back. You're welcome to go ahead and get up and grab one. Students, if you are transitioning to a different class, I just ask that you do that quietly and as quickly as you can before or into 8th hour. So we'll just follow the program, and at the end, Chevy is our last presenter, but then we also have an open mic for anybody who would like to get up and read anything for some extra credit. So just want to make you aware of that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Carl is our first poet to go today.
Does the lobster feel pain? That one? That one. Goodbye, said he to his dearest friend. Where shall you go? Is this the end? He did not know where he would be sent. Gluck, gluck, gluck. Are those his friends? My darling, they have no friends. The shadow dove to kill, and with a rush and with a rush, he was fighting still. Clap, clap, clack. Does he know what's going on? No, it's just a simple instinct, nothing more. He is a fighter, isn't he? Yes, that one is a delicacy. In agony and fear, still he fought, beating with his tail. He knew the end was near, and just like the waves from which he had been lifted, he bowed. Until back into the water he was cast, yet this water was flaming hot. They don't feel a thing, they don't get what's happening. He'd not felt such pain before. He wished he was back on the ocean's floor. Crack, crack, squish. Did you feel the pain? Did you feel the horror? Who is to know? You cannot speak, you may not prevail. Alas, a lobster's tail.
They say you try, but they don't believe it. They say you're strong, but they don't believe it. They say you're unforgettable, but they don't believe it. They say you're smart, but they don't believe it. In the moment, I believe them. The same people also say I'm too competitive, I'm too extra. They say I'm too loud, and they say I'm too much. Everyone says confidence is key, but how is anyone supposed to be confident in a world where no one believes what they say?
I will put my box, all my chainsaws, axes, and knives, all the trees of the world, in my truck to haul the wood. I will put in my box all the burgers in the world, with all the ketchup I would ever need, along with every other delicious meat to top the burger. I will put in my box all my family, all my friendships I've ever had, and everyone I care about. I will make my box out of solid hedge. It will be sturdily built, but beautiful. I will give it glass windows, so all the amazing things can be seen. It will be open at the top, so everything can spill out and be easy to reach.
Runners to your mark, set. Everything that was going on in your life dies with the sound of the starter's gun. And as the race begins, your hopes, dreams, fears, and every human thought runs away as you race down the trail. But what are you running towards? A job? A college? A future? What is the finish line for you? As you continue down the trail, you will run into holes, bumps, and steep hills, spots along the path that make you question what you're doing. Where are you going? Are you made to run this race? Why is it so hard? What does it all mean? Are you even going in the right direction? As you run, in some places, you may feel great, picking up the pace now, flying like an eagle with the sun shining down on you. You can feel the solid ground pad the soles of your shoes. Your feet pat along the grass like a drum, with the melody strong and pure. Your path is secure, and you know exactly where you're going. And then there's a mountain that stops you in your tracks. It sends you shivering in its shadow. Clouds roll in, and the sun fades away. Do you keep going? Do you climb the mountain? Do you run around it? When it feels like everything is caving in around you, will you keep moving forward? Will you keep going when it gets hard? When the rain begins to fall? When the ground shakes? Will you keep moving? Life is a race. We're all running. It comes with valleys and mountains, but we are all in the race, going through it at our own pace. So just keep running and learn to enjoy the climbs and glide through the declines. Because in the end, the finish line is 6 feet in the ground. And the only thing that will really matter is the friends, memories, and marks that you left on your way. So enjoy the race and move at your own pace. Because in the end, it's not the place. It's what you learned throughout the race.
The past, a weight we can't ignore. Its memories can hunt us to the core. Sometimes they bring us joy and cheer. Other times they can cause us pain and fear. We try to move on and leave them behind, but the memories linger in our mind. The wounds of the past can cut us deep. The pains of remembering make us weep. We wish we could just forget and be free, but the past still haunts us. We cannot flee. The hurt of regret, the pain of loss, the memories we carry, like a heavy cross. So we must learn to live with the past and find a way to make a peace at last.
Happiness. What's happiness? Happiness is not about what you do. Happiness is all about enjoying what you're doing. I don't like getting up at 6, taking the bus, and going to school. But I really enjoy being on the bus, listening to music or seeing the sunrise. I don't like missing the bus either. It makes me late for school, but I enjoy being here in the car. I enjoy coming here in the car, just because my friends or parents are taking me. I don't like studying, making homework all day, but it makes me happy. Oh my God. But I enjoy seeing my friends in the hallway, just when they simply smile at me. I don't like being in practice for 2 hours, running, but it makes me happy after, when people is proud of me, when they appreciate my effort. I don't like when I realize I'm leaving in a few days, but I think of how much I enjoyed it this year, and that keeps me happy, at least for a little longer.
People thinking, people judging. They watch your every move. You can see them watching. They're showing you their true colors. Heart racing, body shaking, whispering to each other, laughing. Are they laughing with me or at me? At me, because I'm not laughing. They're showing you their true colors. What are they looking at? Is something wrong with me? Heart racing, body shaking, they're showing you their true colors. It's okay. Take a deep breath, continue being you, show them who you are, show your true colors.
You know that feeling where you messed up, where you feel lost without a cause, and you decided to confess that you'll never get what you wanted, that things can never be, that all you want is a restart, and that is key. But we don't always get a restart. We don't always get a second chance. So all we can do is learn from our mistakes and move forward in our stance. Life has ups and downs. Sometimes it turns us around. Sometimes it makes us frown. It may take time, but we can do it. We can move forward and get through it. One mistake is not the end. It's what you decide to do from there, how you move forward instead of pretend. So we do get a restart. We get another chance. Might not be what we wanted, but it is in God's plan. So we have to move forward. It's the only way. We can't keep pretending it's not over. It's time to move on. But don't forget everything that happened. Remember it all. So for the future, you remember the call. Now you know for next time, this is your restart. This is your call. What you do from here, just remember not to fall. And if you do fall, get up again. Restart, even if you don't know when.
Dark under eyes and sugar-coated lies. We stare at these little screens with exhaustion. 5 more minutes turns into 5 more hours. Time moves 1,000,000 miles per second. Watch a video, react, scroll. Watch the next video, react, scroll. Switch apps. It's such a waste, really. A waste of time, of potential, of life. And this is how we're raising the children of today? What happened to playing in the dirt? Walking inside covered in mud from playing outside? Playing with Barbies? When did we stop catching fireflies during the summer nights? The internet has infiltrated our day-to-day lives. It cuts the children of today into the same cookie-cutter shapes. It gives the teenagers of today disconnection in real-life interactions. But we can't ever go back to how it was. So sit back, watch a video, react, and scroll.
I am not normal, so the normal souls say. I can't do well in school, I cannot keep my grades up, or so the normal souls say. I am different, different from everyone else, or so the normal souls say. For I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or so the normal souls say. And yes, I do. I have a deficit of attention, a lack of executive function, but not because I have a glitch, a disorder, a deficit, as the normal souls say, but because the normal souls say I'm not like them. Well, here is something for every soul lost in normality. I am perfectly capable, I understand the material, I can learn, I am smart, but you're right, I can't keep my grades up. Yet even that is a lie, because for years of my life I did. I was forced to. I forced myself to. But the normal souls don't care that staying up until 3 a.m., making a foldable for my science notes, destroyed my time with my family and ruined my sanity. The normal souls only care that I struggled because I'm different. Eventually, the apathy settles in, and then what? Well, when I test off the charts on performance exams, but my grades still slip. Not a single normal soul bats an eye, because this deficit is normal for abnormal souls. This can be corrected. So I get diagnosed, then fill out paperwork for a normal soul with an expensive degree to get what they call accommodations. Helping hands that teach me in a different way. But before I could get help, I had to fill out paperwork. They saw me struggle with the education system and said, no, you have to beg. What happens to the people who can't afford a diagnosis because their boss pays them minimum tipping wage and takes the rest for themselves? They can fail because they are different than normal people, so the normal souls say. But it's fine. If you're lucky, you can afford a bottle of pills a month and a pill a day. A neurostimulant that will make you feel like a robot. It makes you feel like a machine. Yes, it helps. It makes your soul normal. But even still, it's me that has to take the pills that not a single other soul seems to take. Methylphenidate, a tiny gray pill that makes me grayer. So you say it's not me. I'm human too. It's not my fault that I'm considered incompetent. It's my glitch. Well, do you not realize that my glitch is in my mind? It's part of me anyway. My difference is still me. Why is being different bad? Have you ever considered the possibility that you're wrong? Have you ever considered that you've designed your class specifically so that only people that you define as normal can succeed? Then you have the others beg for mercy, to which you respond by taking them apart from the rest of the people and teaching them differently. The system you build is made to crush any differences and hurt any person who doesn't fit your idea of typical. It isn't hard to design a system that supports every mind, for my mind is not different. It is individual. Even worse, you give a different soul a different treatment and consider it a kind of gesture, like being caring or wholehearted. Like you care about these people, like you care about me. No, you care about your system. And that is all. So, from now on, in your eyes, I will be special and different, disabled with disorder. You say it's not my fault, yet you act like it is. What even is my fault? What you define as a glitch? Well, you have labeled me as disabled. But though you may not like it now, you should know that you have labeled yourself too. You have labeled yourself as normal.
Life is a poem with words and rhyme, each line unique, yet strung in time. It flows with highs and lows, just like a verse that comes and goes. Life is a poem with twists and turns, each stanza a lesson we learn. It can be complex or plain and clear, just like a poem that brings us near. In its pages, we find our story of joy, sorrow, triumph, and glory. Life is a poem that we create, a reflection of the choices we make.
Change. Some people embrace it and some resent it. Some people are not affected and some can't get over it, but it is necessary. Change is the only thing that will stay constant, like a cool blue lake turning into an icy sheet in the winter, and then back to a lake in spring, then to a bone-dry crater during summer droughts. Constant, over and over, always changing, never the same lake, just like life, always changing.
Lift it up, push it hard, feel the burn, embrace the pain. Iron weights, heavy plates, muscles ache. Mind insane, one more rep, one more set. Never give up, never quit. Sweat drips, heart beats, determination. Never unfit. Strength within, power out, mind and body. One united. Barbell clang, weights collide. Focus sharp, goals ignited. In the gym, in the zone, nothing else matters, just the lift.
Just because time doesn't stop, don't think that we can't slow down and enjoy the moment. Don't feel like we have to move so fast because time is. Don't feel the need to rush through all our memories. Just because time doesn't stop, that doesn't mean that we can't stop and bask in the fun. That doesn't mean that we have to run so fast that we forget who we are. That doesn't mean that our lives have to be dictated by a silly clock. Just because time doesn't stop, it doesn't mean that we lose interest because it has been so long. It doesn't mean that we forget about what we've had in the past. It doesn't mean that we have to waste time thinking about what will happen. Just because time doesn't stop, stay in the moment, take the time you need, and be free.
"20 days. 20 days for what? For the same thing as a year ago. Is it the same thing? No, everything changed. And yes, I'm talking about friends. The same friend that told me that was going to call me every day. The same friend that told me that was going to be there for me. The same friend that told me that was going to remember me each moment. The same friend that told me that was going to tell me everything, even if I wasn't there. The same friend that told me that was going to send me a picture when something reminded of me. The same friend that told me that was never going to find somebody to replace me. And the same friend that told me that I didn't have to be worried about anything because everything was going to be the same thing when I come back. And after all these comments you told, I'm still thinking about why you didn't do all you said you did. Don't even send me a message saying, how are you? And you say that it's going to be the same as a year ago? No, everything changed.
Am I ready? How can I be sure? Why am I afraid? Does it really matter? Will I even remember? Will I even care 5, 10 years later? Why am I here? Because I have to be? Why are we okay with this? Why are we okay with forcing kids to give up their childhood just to be useful working adults? Why am I afraid? Because if I don't fit the requirements of the important people involved, what have I done? Who am I? Just a teenager who wants to be a teen and mess up their life? Yes. Let me live. Let me decide what affects my life. Let me learn from my own mistakes. Let me be who I let myself be. I'll figure it out. Just let me live.
Before I was born, you were determined I would call you Mimi. You always told my name would be Sophia Grace. You loved yellow roses, the funny moments we had all experienced. Even if I thought I was going to die when you were driving, I'll always miss you. I'll never understand why you were taken so soon. When you left, it felt like the world was ending. You were supposed to come watch me today and give my poems. You were supposed to see me walk that stage and graduate high school. I'll see you someday in heaven. I love you.
As a butterfly starts to grow, at first they are caterpillars, then they transform into butterflies. They flutter into the sky, moving majestically, spreading pollen plant to plant with their beautiful, colorful wings. Gentle, beautiful creatures, no butterfly is ever the same. I guess you could say people are like butterflies too. Throughout your lifetime, change will happen. Some caterpillars blossom faster than others. Soon you realize you are free to do what you choose. Butterflies also have responsibilities. Are you a butterfly?
Working towards your goals can be scary. Each doubt you have pushes you away from them. It seems impossible at times. Thoughts like, I'll never make it. What if I fail? What if it's not everything I hoped it would be? Each question floods your mind and pushes each hope and ambition you once had away. Your goals seem farther away than ever. That's how it goes sometimes. Maybe they won't work out, and that's part of your journey. But what happens if you try and you succeed? You get up when you fall. You surround yourself with love and support. If it doesn't scare you, what are you fighting for?
Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. It's the way of life we all choose. We strive for victory and try our best, but when we fall short, it puts us to the test. Yet losing can teach us. It can make us strong. It can help us see where we went wrong. Winning and losing, they're both part of the game. They're both necessary, but not the same. In winning, we learn to celebrate, and losing, we learn to appreciate. So embrace both the wins and losses, for both are part of life, and they both have their causes.
I must be a succulent. Succulent, the most resilient plant. It can survive without water or attention. They hide their vulnerable parts underneath pointy or hard shells. They can even heal themselves, as well as others. I must be a succulent. You can leave me as many have, and I will survive. You can deprive me of attention, and I will survive. You can abandon me, and I will not only survive, I will thrive. I must be a succulent, because I am resilient. You can leave me and deprive me, but I will not die. No, I will thrive. Without you or anyone, I must be a succulent. You can cut parts of me off, use them to heal others, but at the end of the day, I will still be alive.
I remember that little girl. The little girl whose biggest dream was to go to space because she was so in awe of the eternal beauty and possibilities it held. The little girl who hated going to sleep because she just wanted to stay awake and play with her sisters. I like to imagine she's still with me, that a part of her is still living inside of me. Sometimes I think I'd be better if she was still here. I'd be a better student, a better friend, and in general, a better person. But I know she's not. She died. Died is a harsh word, but there's really no other way to put it. She's no longer here. She kicked the bucket. She's on the other side, however you want to say it. And instead, I'm here, a 17-year-old with hardly any passion to pursue things or even try anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I thought by the time I was this age, I'd have some sort of structure, at least some consistency, but I have none. I used to walk the halls of this school, the school that molded, pinched, shoved, and transformed me into who you see standing here. I would walk, and I would see all of the upperclassmen walking with a certain pride in their step. It made me never question anything, because I knew that someday that would be me, because everything would just work out in the end. So I waited for my turn to become mature, waiting for the day I woke up and had everything figured out. But that day never came. I missed that little girl. I loved that little girl. I wish I was her. What's the use of reminiscing on the past? She's gone. And before I know it, this girl will be gone too. Who will she be replaced with? I don't know. Do I even want to know?
People always think I need to be right. Sometimes I'm wrong. I'm not always right. It's okay. I do like to be right. Who wants to be wrong? I'd rather be right. But it will happen. I don't need to be right. But if I am, don't tell me I'm wrong, because I know I'm right.
When you're throwing dimes, you're always on time. To raise the spirits, we love to hear it. Patrick Mahomes, winning games, making plays impossible but seem possible. One of the best to play the game, from rookie to the next go.
You don't know me for you don't know me for who I actually am. Only a few have seen who I really am. You don't know the parts that I don't want you to see. I'm tired, but not the tired that sleep can give. Tired of getting made fun of for stuff I cannot control. Tired of laughing it off and smiling. Tired of school and people being fake. Tired of people lying. But still, I show you what will make you feel better. I show you the side that everybody wants to see. So smile and laugh and fake it until you can't.
I was there and back again. No, I could have done this about a lot of things, but let's address the elephant in the room. I'm not from here. And time is running out. Look, time. The last 10 months have been the most impactful of my life. I've never felt more confident in my ability of life. I've never felt more mature, more clear and focused on what I want. I've never grown that much before, and I've never felt so powerful. Yet I've never been on such a mental and emotional roller coaster. I've never felt so alone. I've never felt so welcome. I've never felt such pain, and I've never felt this joy. And I didn't know it was going to be like that. Like most, I thought there was some structure to this year with curves up and down, but with some structure. So unpredictable it really is. For me, it was unimaginable. Yes, you might think, Carl, that's just life. Yes, you're right. But it is different. A different type of joy and a different type of pain. I think it is truly impossible to grasp if you haven't done it, if you haven't been through it. It is something so profoundly beautiful in its complexity that I don't think I have fully grasped it yet. Yet we grow. I've grown. Look, we're doing it right now. Time. Just like a tree, I've grown. And I see why. Too many rainy days and the tree will drown and fall. Its roots won't hold them. Too many sunny days and the tree burns, dried out. It doesn't grow. But there's no growth without one another. It's a balance, perfect in its hardship and joy. As the tree I've grown, more than ever before, and clock is ticking. The one thing that's ever given, and yet we run out. Clock is ticking. Look, it's spinning its rep right now. I've grown my best. I've tried my best. I'm ready, I think. Although it pains me, I know nothing that's outside of time can grow.
The setback was heavy on my heart. The pain was unbearable. I didn't want to rest. I just wanted to run. But I waited and I rest, iced and I stretched. I'm cleared. I can run. I'm cleared. I can run. What if I'm slow? What if I fail? What if everyone is disappointed? I'm back. I'm about to race. The butterflies that I missed are back. The wait was worth it.
The intensity is rising. Your blood is pumping. It's the fourth down in the fourth quarter. 1 minute left in the game. The score is 36-40. You need a touchdown to win. Coach calls the plays for you. It's a sweep to the outside. You need to get some serious speed to make it. With the 6'3", 250-pound DN between you and the edge. You get set. Your mind is spinning from the exhaustion. Ready. Black 18. Black 18. So hut. I explode from my stance and rush towards the edge. I was on two.
The earth may quake, my hands may shake, but you are there to prevent the break. Mountains fall into the sea, like apples break away from their tree, but you are there with me. When the ocean grows rough and the waves crash in the dark, you are the candle with a spark. You are there, always ready to help, never thinking about yourself. Things can be tough, but your light is enough. Never hidden, never lost. Life's tough, but you're enough.
Will the memories stay, even though they went away? Will tomorrow be the same, always down, the one to blame? But why? Why am I the one to be blamed? Is it because I'm always down, the one to always wear a frown? Or maybe because everybody's a clown? Or is it because I'm me, the one person I never wanted to be? Then my heart begins to ache. They come back, but it's already too late. Again, I stop in my tracks and stay, and say, will the memories stay?
I hate the way you walk. I hate the way you I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you look at me. I hate the way you look. The way you read my mind. The way you're always right. I hate it when you lie. I hate it when you get jealous. When you don't care. When you make me laugh. Even more when you make me cry. When you're always around. When you're not. When you get upset. When you don't. But what I hate the most is the fact that I don't hate you.
A girl needs a mom, but where were you? All those restless nights, calling out your name, where were you? Where were you when I was crying and screaming, wishing that you were there? I needed you, and I needed you to be there. You never showed. I was starting to feel empty. A girl needs a mom. You may have been the one to give birth to me, but you don't deserve that title, the title of being my mother. The one I call mom, she was there for me. She was there for me when I couldn't sleep. She comforted me when I was crying. She pulled me in from that dark and lonely place in which she put me in. That's what a real mom does. A mom is there for their daughter. I have a real mom.
Do you know me? Do you take the time? Do you see who I really am? Or do you just think you know me? Do you see me? Or do you see someone else? Do you know me? Will you take the time? Or will you just pretend you know me? I know me, but do you? So will you take the time to know who I really am? Or will you just pretend? And leave me out because you don't know me. Do you think you do? But you haven't taken the time. You just go off of what you think and not what you already know. But you don't know me. All you see is what's on the outside, not what's within. Because the me I know is pretty cool. So ignore the stereotypes, ignore what you think you see. So will you just take the time to get to know me?
Hey, Dad. How have you been? You know, I miss you. I like to think about the good times occasionally. Like the first time I drove you around after getting my learner's permit. Or when we would play that dumb cat game on the Xbox together when I was young. Or when that one time when you took us to All-Star Adventures for my birthday. The trips to Utah we would take to visit family. And the many times we'd wander around the mall. It's nice to recall the good times we had. I wish I had the opportunity to make more memories with you. It almost feels like you're gone sometimes, but then you text me once or twice a month. Hey, Pip, I love you and miss you. I think about you every day. If you miss me, why don't you ever show up? My car won't start. I have the stomach flu. Sorry, I had to work. I can't afford the gas. How about next week? Next week never happened. I'm sorry I'm not good enough for you. Obviously, you don't care about me. I have kids who want to be with me and love me even though I'm not perfect. I'm gonna focus on them. Have a good life. Dad, all I wanted was a relationship with you. But how can I, when time and time again you fail me? You constantly beg for forgiveness, but will things ever change? First, you left us for another life. Next, you threatened us and we had to get the police involved. Then you forced my sister, time and time again, to listen to you constantly argue with your new wife. When is it enough? I wish I could make more memories with you, but I can't. And no matter what you say to me, no matter how you twist the words, that is not my fault.
Once knew a boy, his name was Max. We'd go pick flowers outside Halifax. There were strong red roses and deep purple spots, but his favorite of all, blue forget-me-nots. Sweet blue flower alone in the ground, forget-me-not when you're spiraling down. Oh, sweet blue, all covered in dew, forget-me-not when you're drowning in blue. Maxie was sick, sick in the head. He struggled each morning to get out of bed. The pain all built up, too much for Max. He made his own end without looking back. Sweet blue flower alone in the ground, forget me not when you're spiraling down. Oh, sweet blue, all covered in dew, forget me not when you're drowning in blue. I once knew a boy, his name was Max. We'd go pick flowers outside Halifax, and there on that hill his grave lies still, covered in spots of blue forget-me-nots. And on the stone the poem Max wrote addressed. Oh, it was addressed to you. Sweet blue flower alone in the ground, forget me not when you're spiraling down. Oh, sweet blue, all covered in dew, forget me not when you're drowning in blue. I will never rest, that I promise you.
I see the stars above me shine, like little sparks in line, each one a symbol of hope and fate, a reminder that life is never straight. The darkness fills me just like love, a never-ending abyss above. But from that void comes a newfound sight, a glint of hope amidst the night. I let go of this world for a little while and left everything to the starry isle. For the beauty of the celestial sphere, I find a spiritual space that is without fear.
Body racing, but mind calm. Tearing through the streets at 6 a.m., the sound of shifting gravel underfoot. No one is outside. Working harder than I ever have. Every muscle in my body is tight, but yet my mind is calm. No one sees the work, no one sees the summer miles, no one sees the upsets, and no one sees the losses. But it's not for them, it's for me. The feeling of freedom, the feeling of getting better while others sleep, the feeling of summer miles.
In a world full of chaos and strife, we all need someone to guide our life, a role model to show us the way and help us make it through each day. They may be famous or unknown, but their actions have clearly shown the power of kindness and grace and the difference it can make in this place. They teach us to stand up for what's right and to never give up without a fight, to pursue our dreams with all our might, and to always shine out a light.
What is life? Life is a mystery. We don't know what path to take. What path will lead to success? Will I make the right choice? We have so many choices. Why are there so many choices? Why can't life be simple? S-I-M-P-L-E. Simple, 6 letters. It's easy to pronounce. It's a simple word, like a box. Simple. But life isn't simple. Life is complex. Like math, so many numbers and formulas. Which one do we use? Did we get the right answer? I just want everything to be simple, But nothing is ever simple, is it? Relationships, work, people, politics. It's all confusing and dumb. I just want life to be simple.
Well, what better than talk about my town? You don't really know how much I miss you. A simple town that I have seen my whole life, with the same park, shop, friends, and now that I'm not there, you don't really know how much I miss you. How can you miss a town? I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about it. Where I have been my whole life, where I have been hanging out with my friends, where I have been walking my dog across the streets, when I have been watching my brother's soccer games, where I have been playing with my neighbors in the streets, or where I have been seeing the best bowling I have ever seen. You don't really know how much I miss you.
I walk in the room and no one seems to notice. I walk out of the room and no one bats an eye. But when I'm gone, it's all talk. Things they would never say to my face. Assumptions, rumors, anything they can spread that would make me crack. I'm casually irrelevant in most situations. All I do is mind my own business, but when I do, I'm the quiet kid. So I start to speak out in conversations. But I get talked over and ignored, repeating the same thing over and over again, just trying to get a word in. I think, well, yeah, but I thought that, well, what if we... Yeah, that's a good idea. And when I do get the chance to speak my mind, they won't always disagree, but they don't encourage it either. But if I say something about it, try to bring some justice to those who aren't heard, I'm seen as a sensitive. Sorry, that's offensive. Good thing it's all in my mind.
Why do I have anxiety? Why is this so severe? Will I be on medications for the rest of my life for it? The worry if my family's okay. The worry of coming to school every day. The panic feeling of new places. The worry of every single thing. The worry of getting homework done on time. The worry of getting hurt again. Will it ever end? Will it even get better? Why do I have anxiety?
Moving to a new school, moving away from what I knew before, meeting new people, making new friends. Will I make new friends? Will they like me here? Should I be worried about it? A new chapter in my life starting. Excited, nervous, don't know what to expect. My life has changed. This is where I am now.
Stress of feeling pressured. Stress of having to be perfect. The perfect daughter, sister, friend, student, and athlete. Stress of that test coming up. Stress of starting your next journey. Of not knowing what lies ahead. Stress of having to fit social norms, but also stay true to who you are. Stress of failing, but also stress of what might happen when you succeed. Stress of having to hide being stressed. Stress of having to keep it all inside so I don't burden others. Oh, you need me to help you study for the test? You need me to listen to your fears? You need me, and so do you? Okay, get in line and add it to the list.
Trucks. You carry the weight of the world, from furniture to food, small to large. You're the backbone of the economy. Without you, the world would be in agony. Your power and strength are truly remarkable. You can tow a trailer or pull a vehicle. You're the workhorse of the industry. You're the king of the road, and that's no mystery. So here's to the trucks, the unsung heroes. You're the ones that keep the world going, and that's no zero.
Sisterly love. People only see us fight. They only see a big sister being mean to the youngest or the youngest annoying the oldest. They don't see what goes on behind closed doors. They don't hear what is screamed in the car. They don't understand what sisterly love really is. 1 second we're fighting, the next I'm buying something that reminded me of you. 1 minute I hate you, the next I envy you. 1 hour I'm having the time of my life, and the next I'm calling you to tell you all about it. 1 year you're 10 steps away, and the next you're a 45-minute drive away. I cherish our time together, even if it's only a late night talk behind closed doors, but especially the 15-minute drive with the music on full blast and us screaming our hearts out. I've found that we don't have as much time as we think. It was only yesterday you were telling me I was adopted, and yesterday I believed you. Our sisterly love is unconditional. Sometimes you're my therapist, and other times you're the reason why I need one. This isn't me saying that I miss you or I love you or anything, but this is me saying I genuinely cherish you.
I will always remember the call, the enchanting call of the mourning dove in my backyard. You who bring spiritual love and faith won't be enough to fix me. The mends of love from your sender mean nothing to me now. I have trusted you. I lived through torment waiting for your song. But you come to me now? Why have I wasted my youth and privilege waiting for the morning dove's hum? Nevertheless, I still perceive you and remember the enchanting call of the morning dove in my backyard.
This beginning is tough. I meant T-O-U-G-H, not T-U-F-F. That's 2 lines down. So far, so good. E-C-S-I-T-M-E-N-T. Close enough. All I need is 6 more lines. I'm probably spelling that wrong. Grammarly could help, if it could work correctly. This needs to be a lot longer. I'm struggling more than I need. I should probably check that spelling. E-X-C-I-T-E-M-E-N-T. It doesn't look right, but Google says it is. So I'll go with it. It's good enough to call it a poem, longer than it needed to be.
Listening to music helps me silence people out. I listen to music to help me get through the struggles that I'm going through. I put my headphones on to silence people out. Rap music helps me get through life. Rap music gives me a good vibe. Listening to music helps me get through my recovery. I put my volume all the way up on my music to silence people out. The feeling of listening to music gives me a dancing vibe.
When I met you, I thought of you as my best friend, someone I could count on and always be loyal, would love me unconditionally like a golden retriever. You were a swan in a lake of ducks. You have the pride of a lion, the freedom of an eagle, and the wisdom of an owl. When I met you, you were the caterpillar, but now you are a butterfly, and you still give me butterflies every time I see you. Many saw me as a raven, but you saw me as a songbird, singing a song only we knew. I know I'm a donkey in two ways, but you have stayed through it all. We've been the bees that have worked to make the flowers blossom. So I will always be the donkey and dog in your life.
I believe in the outcome of hard work, the blessing of getting to wake up every day, the use of time wisely, the importance of accomplishing goals, the time you set away for loved ones, priorities, dreams, grit. But wasting days laying around, accomplishing nothing, and assuming things will get handed to you isn't how life works. I believe in everyone who goes for their goals. I believe in everyone who beats the odds. I believe in you, accomplishing bravery, resilience. And I believe in anyone who doesn't care what other people think and goes for what they believe and reaches their dreams.
The definition of a dad. The definition of a dad is one's father. The definition of one's father is the male parent. The definition of a male parent is a male parent. My question is answered, but not clearly. What is a dad? What makes someone a dad? Not blood, clearly. I'm not a train station nor airport. You cannot come and go as you please. My guard doesn't come down. These walls are built and they will not break easily. My heart is a fortress that is indestructible because of you. A dad. Quotation marks needed, for my definition of a dad is not one's father or a male parent. No. My definition is the one who's there, the one that's never left and never will. My definition of a dad is the one who waits up for me to get home to make sure I'm okay. My definition of the dad is the one who buys me flowers on Valentine's Day, the one who helps me with homework, and the one who writes notes and puts them in my lunchbox. My definition of a dad is not what Google says. My definition of a dad is not you. My definition starts with J and ends with N. His name is Justin.
Red tinted sunglasses. It's so beautiful, the color red, isn't it? Rosy red cheeks kissed by the shining sun, smiling eyes receiving a bouquet of red roses, red lips whispering sweet nothings into their lover's ear, sweet red lollipops staining your tongue. Red tinted sunglasses. So loving, the color red. Red cheeks screaming at you in drunken slurs, smirking eyes handing off a bouquet of oleander flowers, wretched red lips whispering bad things about you behind your back, sour red candy destroying your taste buds. Red tinted sunglasses. They hide you from the horrible things in this world. The real question is, will the truth show itself? Because even with the red tinted sunglasses, the truth always comes out.
Just because I'm kind, don't mistake it for weakness. Don't take advantage of it. Just because I'm kind doesn't mean I always have to be bright and bubbly. I don't have to fit your ideas of how I should act. Just because I'm kind, appreciate me, respect my boundaries, and meet me halfway.
I found a genie. He has a red beanie, but he's a meanie. He's definitely on some Henny. Well, that's my first wish. I want myself a catfish. I kicked my fish. Now I want my second wish. I wish my catfish weren't any ordinary fish. I wish it could walk, maybe even talk. Finally, I wisheth I didn't have a catfish. Now I'm lonely. I really wanted a pony.
Losing time. Wasting time on something that will never work, putting energy in to not receive any back. Leave it behind. Breathe. Take a deep breath. A fresh start, a new life, new friends, and a new beginning. This is what I wanted. This is what I signed up for. Leaving it all behind, leaving the drama behind, leaving them behind. No more putting up with it. A new beginning, a fresh start, the countdown to a new me.
This poem's from a little jingle. You can't write a poem about dying from tobacco. It's addicting. It makes you want more and more and more, slowly killing you from the inside out. A poison to your body. It makes you want to pout. I've never tried tobacco, but I know what it can do. You don't always die from tobacco, but it can definitely kill you. You might just lose a lung. Sometimes they cut out your tongue. You don't always die from tobacco, but that doesn't mean you should use some. It's addicting. Makes you want more and more and more, till it makes you too poor, and the company that sells it doesn't care. They just want to up their score. So don't do tobacco no more.
Just because I'm older doesn't mean I'm still not a child. I may look grown up, but still I have a long time to go to be grown up. We still all have a child waiting inside to get out and play.
I believe in being yourself, the power of uniqueness, the loyalty to others, the faith in Jesus, the power of kindness, love, humility, and courage. But what I don't believe is how someone can hate someone so much that they forget to love. I believe in caring for others, even if you don't have the same beliefs. I believe in what a smile can do to someone's day. I believe in the power of a hug, self-love, forgiveness, and happiness. And I believe that everyone should put their feelings aside when someone needs help.
Just because I play sports, don't assume I'm egotistical. Don't assume I am dumb. Just because I get good grades, it doesn't mean I know everything. It doesn't mean I don't struggle. It doesn't mean I don't want to give up sometimes. Just because I talk to a lot of people, don't assume I never feel lonely. Don't assume I have a lot of friends. Just because I am a leader, it doesn't mean I always know what to say. It doesn't mean I always lead by the right example. It doesn't mean I don't mess up. Just because I seem confident, I mess up, I struggle, I fail.
I'm sorry. Sorry for not fitting your expectations, for doing what I needed to do. I'm sorry you suffered because I needed to help myself. I'm sorry that I ruined the plans you had. I'm sorry I taken all I could take. I'm sorry I didn't fit into your life. I am sorry. Sorry I blamed you. I'm sorry for the nights you pondered your worth. Sorry for the sleepless nights, for the tears that fell from your youthful eyes. I'm sorry for the suffered relationships. To the little girl inside of me, I'm sorry.
Just because I'm smiling doesn't mean I'm happy. Just because I'm smiling doesn't mean I don't feel pain. Just because I'm smiling, it doesn't mean I've moved on. Just because I'm smiling, it doesn't mean I've forgotten. Yeah, I smile, but every time I do, I feel guilty because of you.
Which one do you listen to? There's a devil on my shoulder, and there's an angel on the other. He has horns, and she wears a halo. His red sapphire scars whoever is in his grasp, while her grace leaves those who see her in awe. His words slice through the air, destroying, discouraging, and lacerating anything he comes into contact with. But her song blesses those who can listen, a soft and harmonic melody that fills the air and brings comfort. There's a devil on my shoulder, and there's an angel on the other. She holds out her hand for anyone who is struggling, but he uses the pain and vulnerability of others as entertainment. She holds out her hand for anyone who is struggling, and she's happy knowing that she has helped someone, and her eyes are deep and kind, inviting anyone who is hurting to relax. But the devil on my shoulder, he is satisfied only with the joy of mischief. His eyes burn with fury and revenge, a consuming fire that is unstoppable. He whispers in my ear, "It's okay, do this," They had it coming. They deserved it. His words may have truth, and they could be right. But on my other shoulder, the angel, her voice whispers in my head, they need your help. Just follow your heart. Reach out to them. They're trying their best. Her words are gentle and kind. They may be right. There's a devil on my shoulder, and there's an angel on my other. They're always there, but the devil has the power to hurt someone. But he could be right. And the angel's grace has the power to save someone's life. She could be right too. So which one do you listen to?
Mom, I know I can always talk to you about anything. I know you'll always be there for me when I need you. You listen to me when I'm complaining about something that I know you don't want to hear about. You took me in when I needed a family. We may have had a rough start, but I still feel close to you no matter what. We may not be blood, but that doesn't matter. You're my best friend. That might be cliche, but it's true. You're an amazing person. I'm so grateful to have you in my life. I'm grateful to be able to call you my mom. I know now that no matter what I do, you'll always be there for me. Thank you.
I'm too loud. I'm too much of a people pleaser. I let people walk all over me. Am I too much to handle? I'm told by everyone that they wouldn't change anything about me, but the second I am too much for them to handle, they walk away. They pretend they don't know me. I try to be quieter, and then I'm asked if I'm okay. No one likes all of any version of me. Everyone likes bits and pieces of me, but no one accepts me for who I truly am. I feel like I have to change for everyone. I know it's bad, but I have no one to lean on. Who am I supposed to go to when things get rough? Am I supposed to just keep it to myself? I don't want to be a burden.
Should I change? Am I the bad one? Am I the problem? What am I doing wrong? Should I say sorry? Am I sorry? What did I do? What can I change to improve my attitude? Am I so mean? Am I so shy? What if I say something wrong? So I think more before I talk? Do I know what's happening to me? Because I don't even know.
I believe in equality, the equality between all races, the equality between all genders, the equality between all sexualities, the equality between all regions. Black people, women, homosexuals. I don't believe in the power. No one should be more important than others. I believe in freedom. I believe in rights. I believe in liberty, success, happiness, advancing. And I believe in all being equal and free. We all deserve it.
I think if I don't come up, they'll do this all day. So thank you so much for coming. I am very proud of this group of students. Can we just give them one more big round of applause? All right. Juniors, you need to clean up, and then you can meet in my room when you are finished. Thanks again for coming.